EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Dublin Shamrocks and our home team. And we are underway from Houston. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. In motion left is Watkins. Throwing is Hurts. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send Williams in motion right. Second down, Jacobs once more. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Jamison Williams, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to get this out to the 25. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Fields looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. The mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick-6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why their tag was one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. Offense, they make them more tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They snap it to Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a quick 6 TD. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get a team from the quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump the ball behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's McPherson now to send it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And it's set up short right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. His defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play. And the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have in that position. And sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The tight end Henry here in motion. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Pat Surtain up to make the play. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Forced out to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that. Big play. Could not pull in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, here's Fields. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Fields. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Drop for a loss of 7 on multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Shamrocks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. 66 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jacobs going to try the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One
field's hit, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return, and an Eagle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Fields. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the save. There goes a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Williams, a man in motion right.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Hurts.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Hurts.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 32 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd down, another run with Taylor.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his
Hey, cheating like a motherfucker for you.
His 2nd of the game. And the Shamrocks are able to get a score back
Look
in
at
the
that.
final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Get the fuck out of here. They look slow as shit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the
Look how he
second
just
half,
slowed down.
they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball down,
trying to
taking
give you
time
charity.
off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Butker now to kick this one away.
Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's
Look
got
at these
it.
niggas so
And
slow.
they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man complete.
Get off you, little nigga. Get off you.
Eagles. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A short kick taken at the 18, and he'll be stopped up at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, another run.
You better cut back.
Fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
You better cut back.
Praise out to go to the guys on the offensive line because they had a very nice, productive day running the ball. Teams with that poor defensive line, they've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
Hey, come on.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Right,
It's a
not good
7-yard
enough.
gain and good enough to move the chains.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They find some open field here. And
Ooh,
some
good cutback
there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Wow, 185 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Back to Taylor on 1st down.
See? He's not seeing the run.
In there to get him down defensively.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? One imposed at will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's got room. The 20. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the Shamrocks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Eagles 41, Shamrocks 22.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And that throw, amazingly, well over over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts to swing that out wide to Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Touchdown! A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle 3rd of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on here to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Off play action, Fields. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 1st and 10, Taylor now to the 27-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down on the red zone. The partner under the lights in prime time. This offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere,